The secret to achieving true success might be far more different than you've ever imagined, and it's likely the opposite of what you've been told throughout your life. Society has often encouraged us to chase after happiness as if it's a golden prize, to avoid pain at all costs, and to control every single detail of our lives to pave the way to greatness. But what if I were to tell you that these well-worn pieces of advice, these seemingly logical steps towards success, are actually misleading? What if the real key to unlocking your full potential lies not in pursuing endless pleasure, avoiding discomfort, or obsessing over control, but rather in doing the exact opposite? Embracing discomfort, accepting what you cannot control, and coming to terms with your own mortality. Imagine, for a moment, a life where your success is not measured by the absence of struggle but by how you confront it, where happiness is not pursued as an end goal, but arises naturally from the way you navigate life's inevitable challenges. This might seem counterintuitive at first glance, especially in a world that bombards us with messages about the importance of constant positivity, relentless pursuit of personal desires, and meticulous planning to control every aspect of our existence. However, the philosophy we're about to explore turns all of these modern myths on their heads. Welcome, fellow seekers of wisdom, to a deep dive into the heart of Stoic philosophy, not as a mere intellectual exercise or historical curiosity, but as a living, breathing set of principles designed to empower you in every facet of your life. The wisdom of the Stoics has stood the test of time, not because it is filled with lofty ideals or unattainable goals, but because it is grounded in practical, real-world experience. It has guided emperors, prisoners, soldiers, and everyday people alike through some of the most trying circumstances imaginable. The principles we'll explore today are not abstract concepts. They are the battle-tested truths that have been used to navigate the storms of life for centuries. And now it's your turn to wield these powerful tools. Over the next 40 minutes, we will unravel 12 Stoic secrets that have the potential to revolutionize the way you approach life's challenges, reshape your understanding of success, and ultimately help you become the best version of yourself. These are not just ideas to ponder. They are actionable principles that you can start applying immediately to your life. You'll discover how to transform obstacles into your greatest allies, why focusing on things beyond your control is one of the biggest barriers to your success, and how adopting a mindset that might seem counterintuitive at first can actually make you more resilient, focused, and empowered than you ever thought possible. And that's just the beginning. Let me be clear, this isn't another feel-good, positive thinking seminar. It's not about convincing yourself that everything is okay or that life is always going to be easy. Far from it. This journey is about embracing life in all its raw, unpredictable glory. It's about forging an unbreakable will that can withstand the most formidable challenges, cultivating a deep, unwavering peace that remains steady even in the midst of chaos, and living with a sense of purpose that gives meaning to every moment, every decision, and every action. Are you ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about success and happiness? Are you prepared to embrace a philosophy that demands your very best, especially when life is at its toughest? If so, then let's begin this journey into the heart of Stoic wisdom. Buckle up because your life is about to change in ways you never imagined. It's time to unlock the potential within you by seeing life from a new perspective, armed with the timeless insights of the Stoics. Chapter 1. Embrace the obstacle. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid difficulties, believing that a smooth, unchallenged path is the road to success. But what if this conventional wisdom is actually holding you back? The first Stoic secret to doing your best and unlocking your potential is to embrace the very obstacles that others shy away from. This is not just a shift in thinking, but a transformative way of living. Let's take a closer look at what's holding you back right now. Maybe it's a difficult boss who seems impossible to please, or perhaps it's the constant need for more resources to accomplish your goals. Or is it your own self-doubt, that insidious voice inside your head telling you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable enough? Here's the truth that the Stoics have known for centuries. These obstacles aren't roadblocks on your path. They are the path itself. When you encounter an obstacle, you are presented with a choice. You can let it stop you, sapping your energy and momentum, leaving you stuck and frustrated. You can try to go around it, which might seem like the easier option, but often leads to missed opportunities for growth and learning. Or you can choose the Stoic way. You can face the obstacle head-on, smash right through it, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient on the other side. This choice is where real power lies. Every challenge you face is an opportunity, a chance to prove your mettle, to grow, and to become better than you were yesterday. The Stoics understood that it's not about what happens to you that defines your success. It's about how you respond to what happens. This principle is not just theoretical. It's a call to action, a way of life. So, how do you start embracing obstacles in your own life? The first step is to change the way you talk about challenges, that seemingly impossible deadline at work. It's not a burden. It's an opportunity to excel under pressure, to push your limits, and to demonstrate your capabilities. That difficult conversation you've been avoiding with a colleague or loved one, it's not a source of stress. It's your chance to practice clear, honest communication and emotional control, skills that will serve you in every area of your life. Next, start asking yourself, what can I learn from this? Every obstacle contains a lesson, a nugget of wisdom that, if uncovered, can help you grow. Your job is to find that lesson, to dig deep into the challenge and extract the insight that will propel you forward. Finally, take action, immediately. The longer you wait to tackle an obstacle, the larger and more intimidating it becomes. Break it down into small, manageable steps and start tackling them one by one. Don't be afraid of discomfort or failure. These are the building blocks of growth. Remember, comfort is the enemy of progress. The next time you face a challenge, don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, ask, "How can I use this?" Your obstacles are not in your way, they are the way. Chapter 2, Master the Dichotomy of Control. How much of your life do you truly control? If you're like most people, you might overestimate the extent of your control, believing that with enough effort, planning, and determination, you can shape your life exactly as you wish. But here's a profound truth that the Stoics understood. You control far less than you think. However, the things you do control are far more powerful than you realize. This is the essence of the dichotomy of control, and mastering it is one of the most liberating and empowering things you can do. Think about the things that occupy your thoughts and emotions on a daily basis. The state of the economy, the actions and opinions of other people, the weather, even the outcome of your efforts. The truth is, you have no control over these external factors. No amount of worrying, planning, or striving can change them. Yet many people spend their lives consumed by these uncontrollable elements, wasting precious time and energy. Now imagine for a moment what it would be like to let go of all the things that are beyond your control. Imagine the freedom that comes with releasing your attachment to outcomes, the opinions of others, and the endless what-ifs. Imagine channeling all that energy, all that focus, into the one thing you do have control over, yourself. The Stoics teach that while you cannot control external events, you have absolute control over your thoughts, your actions, and your responses to whatever life throws at you. This is where your true power lies, and it's a power that no one can take from you. Mastering this dichotomy of control will transform the way you live, making you more resilient, more focused, and ultimately more successful. To apply this principle in your life, start by clearly identifying what is within your control and what is not. Your thoughts, your actions, your values, your goals, these are within your control. Other people's opinions, external events, and outcomes, these are not. By recognizing this distinction, you can begin to focus your energy where it truly matters. Next, practice letting go of the things you cannot control. This doesn't mean you stop caring or trying. It means you stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your influence. For example, Instead of stressing about how a project will be received, focus on doing your best work. Instead of worrying about what others think of you, focus on living according to your values and principles. Finally, pour your energy into what you can control: your efforts, your decisions, your reactions. When you focus solely on these, you become unstoppable. You're no longer a victim of circumstances. You're the master of your domain. This isn't about passivity. It's about strategic action. It's about directing your energy where it will have the most impact and not allowing external forces to dictate your inner state. The next time you feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or anxious, take a step back and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, then take decisive action. Remember, true power doesn't come from controlling the world around you. It comes from controlling yourself. Master the dichotomy of control, and you will find a calm strength that no external force can shake. Chapter 3. Harness negative visualization. In a culture that often emphasizes positive thinking and optimism, the idea of negative visualization might seem counterproductive, even pessimistic. But the Stoics understood something profound. By confronting the worst-case scenarios in our minds, we can prepare ourselves for whatever life may throw at us, cultivating a resilience and gratitude that is unshakable. Negative visualization is not about dwelling on worst-case scenarios until you're paralyzed with fear. Instead, it's a strategic mental exercise designed to make you more resilient, more appreciative, and more prepared for life's inevitable challenges. The practice of negative visualization involves regularly imagining the loss of the things you value most: your job, your home, your health, even your loved ones. This may sound harsh, but there is a method to this madness. When you visualize these losses, two powerful things happen. First, you become intensely grateful for what you have right now. Suddenly, the job that you might have taken for granted becomes a blessing. The loved ones you sometimes overlook become precious. This shift in perspective can radically transform how you experience your daily life, filling it with a deep sense of appreciation and contentment. Second, by mentally preparing for the worst, you become more resilient in the face of adversity. When you've already imagined losing everything, real challenges lose their power to derail you. You've been there in your mind, you've faced the fear, and you've emerged stronger. This doesn't mean you expect the worst, but rather that you're prepared for it, which paradoxically makes you more confident and secure. To practice negative visualization, start small. Imagine losing something minor like your phone for a day. How would you adapt? How would you cope? Gradually increase the stakes. Visualize larger setbacks: losing a job, facing a serious health issue, or enduring a significant loss. For each scenario, ask yourself, how would I cope? What resources do I have? The goal is not to scare yourself, but to build mental resilience and gratitude. Always conclude these exercises by bringing your focus back to the present moment. Appreciate what you have right now, with the knowledge that it won't last forever. This balance between facing potential loss and appreciating current blessings is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Remember, the Stoics were not pessimists who expected the worst. They were realists who prepared for it, allowing them to live with a profound sense of peace and gratitude. By harnessing the power of negative visualization, you can rob your fears of their power and become truly unshakable in the face of life's challenges. Chapter 4. Forge Unbreakable Self-Discipline. In today's world, where instant gratification and constant distraction are the norms, the ability to exercise self-discipline has become a rare and invaluable skill. Yet for the Stoics, self-discipline was not just a desirable trait. It was the foundation upon which all great achievements were built. The ability to control your impulses, delay gratification, and stay focused on your long-term goals is what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. Self-discipline is not about denying yourself joy or punishing yourself. It's about achieving true freedom. Freedom to choose your actions rather than being a slave to your impulses. Freedom to pursue your goals with unwavering focus, regardless of external temptations or distractions. It's about doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. So how do we cultivate this unbreakable will? The first step is to start small. Choose one habit that you want to develop. Perhaps waking up 30 minutes earlier, exercising daily, or cutting down on screen time. Commit to this habit with the same seriousness as if your life depended on it. By consistently practicing this habit, you're not just developing self-discipline in that one area. You're strengthening your overall willpower, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges in the future. Next, embrace discomfort. Seek out challenging experiences that push you out of your comfort zone. Cold showers, fasting, intense workouts. These practices not only build physical and mental toughness, but they also teach you to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, a key to developing resilience and self-discipline. Another crucial aspect of self-discipline is delaying gratification. In a world where everything is available at the touch of a button, the ability to delay pleasure until you've earned it is a superpower. Before indulging in any pleasure, whether it's a treat, a purchase, or a break, make sure you've completed a task or met a goal first. This not only increases your appreciation for the reward, but also strengthens your discipline muscle. Keeping your word, especially to yourself, is another cornerstone of self-discipline. If you say you're going to do something, do it. No excuses. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, you reinforce your belief in your own reliability and strengthen your willpower. Conversely, each time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your resolve and make it harder to achieve your goals in the future. Finally, practice mindfulness. Become aware of your impulses, but don't act on them immediately. Pause, reflect, and make conscious choices rather than reacting automatically. This practice of mindfulness is like a mental workout that strengthens your self-control over time. Remember, you are forging your will every time you choose discipline over ease, every time you push through discomfort to achieve your goals. The harder the choice, the greater the growth. When you're tired, discouraged, and every fiber of your being wants to quit, that's when holding the line matters most. That's when you truly become indomitable. Start with small, manageable steps, but keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Imagine the person you could become if you had unwavering self-discipline, capable of achieving things you once thought impossible. That person is within you, waiting to be unleashed. Your comfort zone is your enemy. Your will is your weapon. Forge it daily, and watch as you become unstoppable. Chapter 5. Embody the 4 virtues. In a society obsessed with external success, wealth, fame, status, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But the Stoics knew that real greatness doesn't come from what you achieve outwardly. It comes from who you are inwardly. They identified 4 key virtues that, when embodied, can lead to true excellence in every aspect of life: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These virtues are not just lofty ideals to strive for. They are practical guidelines for how to live a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. Let's break them down and explore how you can start embodying these virtues in your daily life. Wisdom. Wisdom is not about knowing everything. It's about having the discernment to pursue knowledge relentlessly and to apply that knowledge judiciously. It's about understanding the deeper truths of life and making decisions based on that understanding. To cultivate wisdom, commit to learning something new every day. Whether it's through reading, listening to others, or reflecting on your own experiences, make the pursuit of knowledge a daily habit. But don't stop there. Ask yourself, how can I use this knowledge to make better decisions, to live a better life? Wisdom is not just about accumulating facts. It's about applying them in ways that improve your life and the lives of others. Justice, in the Stoic sense, is not just about following the law or maintaining order. It's about fairness, integrity, and doing right by others. It's about treating people with the respect and dignity they deserve, regardless of their status or your own interests. To practice justice, make it a point to consider the impact of your actions on others. Before making a decision, ask yourself, is this fair? Am I treating others as I would want to be treated? Justice requires that you put the needs of the community or the collective good above your own desires when necessary. By living justly, you not only contribute to the well-being of others, but you also build a reputation of trust and integrity that will serve you well in all areas of life. Courage. Courage is often associated with acts of heroism, but in Stoic philosophy, it's much more than that. Courage is the strength to do what is right, even when it's difficult or unpopular. It's the willingness to face your fears, to step out of your comfort zone, and to confront challenges head-on. To embody courage, start by identifying one thing you've been avoiding out of fear. Perhaps a difficult conversation, a challenging task, or a bold decision, and face it head-on. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to act in spite of it. Each time you act courageously, you strengthen your character and expand your capacity to face future challenges. Temperance. In a world of excess and instant gratification, temperance is the virtue that keeps you balanced and in control. It's about moderation in all things, whether it's food, drink, work, or pleasure. Temperance allows you to enjoy life's pleasures without being enslaved by them. To practice temperance, identify one area of your life where you tend to overindulge and set clear limits. Whether it's cutting back on social media, reducing your spending, or moderating your diet, practicing temperance helps you maintain control over your desires and live a more balanced, fulfilling life. These four virtues, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, are not separate from one another. They work in harmony to guide your actions and decisions. Wisdom helps you understand what is right. Justice ensures that your actions are fair. Courage gives you the strength to follow through, and temperance keeps you balanced and grounded. Imagine facing every situation in your life armed with these four virtues. How would your decisions change? How would your relationships improve? How would your life transform? Here's your challenge. For the next week, before making any significant decision, pause and consider these four virtues. Let them guide your actions. Is this the wise choice? Is it just and fair? Does it require courage? Is it balanced and moderate? You may stumble and fall short at times, but that's okay. The goal is not perfection. It's progress. By embodying these virtues, you're not only improving yourself, you're elevating everyone around you. You're becoming a beacon of what is possible when you live a life of purpose and integrity. Chapter 6. Live with Impermanence. In a world that often values permanence, building legacies, creating lasting memories, achieving eternal success, the Stoics offer a radical alternative. Embrace impermanence. This concept, which may seem unsettling at first, is actually one of the most liberating and empowering principles in Stoic philosophy. Everything in life is temporary. Your possessions, your relationships, your achievements, even your life itself, all are fleeting. While this reality can be difficult to accept, it is also the key to true peace and contentment. When you fully embrace the impermanence of all things, you free yourself from the fear of loss, the attachment to outcomes, and the anxiety about the future. Embracing impermanence does not mean giving up or becoming indifferent. It means living fully in the present, appreciating each moment for what it is, a unique, irreplaceable experience that will never come again. To start living with impermanence, practice the last time meditation. As you go about your day, ask yourself, what if this were the last time I did this? The last time you hugged a loved one, the last time you watched a sunset, the last time you enjoyed a meal. How would you experience these moments differently if you knew they were your last? This practice can help you cultivate a deep appreciation for the present moment and the people in your life. Another way to embrace impermanence is to regularly let go of something. Start small, perhaps by giving away a piece of clothing you no longer wear, or by decluttering your home. As you practice letting go of physical objects, you can gradually move on to more significant things. Letting go of old grudges, outdated beliefs, or unhealthy relationships. This practice trains your mind to accept loss gracefully and to focus on what truly matters. It's also important to celebrate endings as much as beginnings. When something ends, a job, a relationship, a phase of life, take the time to honor it. Reflect on what it taught you. Express gratitude for the experience, and then let it go. This not only helps you move on, but also allows you to enter the next chapter of your life with an open heart and a clear mind. Finally, embrace change proactively. Instead of waiting for change to happen to you, take the initiative to make positive changes in your life. This could mean pursuing a new career, starting a new hobby, or developing a new habit. By aligning yourself with the natural flow of change, you become more adaptable, resilient, and at peace with life's uncertainties. Remember, living with impermanence doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care more deeply and authentically. It means you appreciate every moment, every person, and every experience as if it were your last, because in reality it could be. By embracing impermanence, you not only prepare yourself for life's inevitable changes and losses, but you also enrich your life with a deeper sense of presence, gratitude, and peace. You free yourself from the tyranny of attachment and the illusion of permanence, allowing you to live more fully and freely. Chapter 7. Cultivate mindful presence. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, your most powerful weapon is your attention. Yet, despite its importance, most of us are terrible at wielding it. We go through life on autopilot, our minds constantly dragging us back into the past or pulling us into the future, leaving us disconnected from the present moment. But the Stoics knew better. They understood that true power lies in being fully present, fully engaged with life as it unfolds. This isn't about adopting some New Age philosophy or engaging in a superficial mindfulness practice. It's about developing mental toughness, the kind that allows you to show up fully in your life every single day, no matter what challenges you face. To cultivate mindful presence, start by practicing the sunrise meditation. Each morning, before you do anything else, take 60 seconds to focus solely on your breath. Feel each inhale and exhale as they fill your lungs, and then release. This simple practice isn't about relaxation. It's about sharpening your mind for the battles ahead. It's about starting your day with a clear, focused mind that is ready to tackle whatever comes your way. Next, identify trigger points in your day. Those routine actions that you perform without thinking, like opening a door, turning on a faucet, or sitting down. Each time you engage in one of these actions, use it as an opportunity to snap yourself into full awareness. Feel the texture of the doorknob in your hand. Listen to the sound of the water as it flows. Sense the weight of your body as you sit. These everyday actions become your anchors to the present moment, reminders to stay fully engaged with your life. Another powerful technique for cultivating mindfulness is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. When you feel your mind drifting into regrets about the past or anxieties about the future, use this technique to bring yourself back to the present. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This practice isn't just about grounding yourself. It's about training your mind to engage fully with the reality of the present moment. Ask yourself this: how much of your life are you missing because you're lost in thought? How many opportunities are slipping through your fingers because you're not fully present? The Stoics understood that life is happening now, not in the past or the future. By staying present, you open yourself up to the richness of life and the opportunities it offers. Of course, staying present is challenging. Your mind will wander. You will get lost in thought. But that's okay. The key is to keep bringing yourself back to the present moment, again and again. Each time you do, you're building mental strength, just like a muscle that gets stronger with repeated use. The Stoics weren't trying to empty their minds or escape from reality. They were aiming to fill their lives with purpose and awareness. They understood that every moment is an opportunity to practice virtue, to make a choice, and to become better. So here's your challenge. For the next 24 hours, commit to catching yourself whenever you're on autopilot. Bring yourself back to the present moment, no matter how mundane the task. Engage fully with whatever you're doing, whether it's washing dishes, having a conversation, or working on a project. Feel the aliveness in your body, the sensations of being fully present in the here and now. This isn't just about peace of mind, it's about power. When you're fully present, you make better decisions. You see opportunities others miss, and you become unshakable in the face of challenges. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet. Your life is happening right now in this very moment. Are you showing up for it? Chapter 8. Pursue lifelong wisdom. Life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. And for the Stoics, this process of self-creation never stops. Welcome to the pursuit of lifelong wisdom, your ticket to constant growth, unshakable strength, and true fulfillment. Here's a truth that the wisest people among us understand. The more you learn, the more you realize how little you truly know. This humility is the cornerstone of wisdom and the driving force behind a lifelong commitment to learning and self-improvement. The Stoics believed that wisdom is not just about accumulating knowledge. It's about deepening your understanding of life, of yourself, and of the world around you. It's about using that understanding to live a life of purpose, integrity, and excellence. To embrace this journey of lifelong learning, start by reading voraciously. But don't just consume information. Question everything you read, everything you hear, and everything you think you know. Ask yourself, how can I apply this knowledge to my life today? How can it help me make better decisions, live more wisely, and become a better person? Seek out diverse perspectives, especially those that challenge your existing beliefs. Growth happens at the edge of discomfort, when you're willing to step outside of your intellectual comfort zone and consider new ideas, new viewpoints, and new ways of thinking. This is how you expand your mind and deepen your wisdom. Turn every experience into a lesson. When you fail at something, don't see it as a setback. See it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can it make me stronger, wiser, and more resilient? Practice daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to ask yourself, what did I learn today? How have I improved? What could I have done better? This simple practice of reflection not only reinforces your learning, but also helps you identify areas where you can continue to grow and develop. Finally, share your knowledge with others. Teaching is one of the most powerful ways to solidify your understanding and deepen your wisdom. Whether it's through mentoring, writing, or simply having meaningful conversations, sharing what you've learned not only helps others, but also helps you internalize and embody the wisdom you've gained. Remember, the pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong journey. It's not about reaching a final destination where you have all the answers. It's about continually seeking to understand more, to grow more, and to become more. Here's your challenge. Commit to learning one new thing every day for the next week. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering, just something new, something that challenges your mind and expands your understanding. Then, crucially, find a way to apply what you've learned to your life. Imagine the person you'll become if you continue this practice for a year, for a decade, for a lifetime. The pursuit of wisdom isn't just a Stoic secret. It's your path to becoming the best version of yourself. Your education isn't over. It's only just beginning. Are you ready to commit to lifelong learning and the endless possibilities it brings? Chapter 9. Own your actions completely. Brace yourself, because we're about to shatter one of the most comforting illusions in your life. The idea that your circumstances control your destiny. The Stoics had a radical idea, one that flies in the face of modern victimhood culture. They believed that you are responsible for everything in your life, everything. This concept might seem overwhelming, even unfair. You might be thinking, but what about things that are beyond my control? Here's the kicker. While you can't control external events, you always have control over your response to them. This is not about assigning blame, it's about reclaiming your power. When you take full ownership of your actions, your choices, and your responses, you become unstoppable. No longer are you at the mercy of circumstances, other people, or fate. You become the author of your own life story. Here's how to start owning your actions completely. First, eliminate the phrase "have to" from your vocabulary. Replace it with "choose to." You don't have to go to work. You choose to because you value the benefits it provides, whether it's financial security, professional growth, or the ability to support your family. By recognizing that you have a choice in everything you do, you take ownership of your actions and their consequences. Next, stop blaming others for your problems or failures. When something goes wrong, resist the temptation to point fingers or make excuses. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? How can I take responsibility for this situation? By shifting the focus from blame to responsibility, you empower yourself to make changes and take control of your life. Focus on your sphere of influence, the things you can change right now. This might be your attitude, your habits, your approach to challenges, or your relationships. By concentrating your efforts on what you can control, you maximize your impact and minimize frustration. Embrace discomfort. Choosing the hard right over the easy wrong builds character and strengthens your resolve. When you consistently choose the path of integrity and responsibility, even when it's difficult, you build the kind of character that leads to lasting success and fulfillment. Take pride in your choices, own them completely, whether they turn out well or not. This isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about recognizing your power to shape your life through the choices you make. When you take pride in your actions, you reinforce your belief in your ability to make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others. Here's your challenge. For the next 24 hours, pay attention to every excuse you make, every time you blame something external for your situation, and every time you say, "I have to." Catch yourself in the act, then reframe it. Ask yourself, how could I take ownership of this? How could I rephrase this as a choice? Imagine living without excuses. Imagine the confidence that comes from knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it. This isn't just a Stoic secret. It's your declaration of independence from victimhood and your embrace of true personal power. Chapter 10. Practice deep gratitude. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, to achieve more, to be more, the Stoics found an incredible power in something much simpler: gratitude. But this isn't about a superficial practice of listing a few things you're thankful for each day. It's about diving deep into life-changing gratitude. Gratitude that transforms the way you see the world and how you live your life. Gratitude, when practiced deeply and consistently, is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a weapon against dissatisfaction, a tool for resilience, and a path to genuine contentment. The Stoics understood that by cultivating gratitude, you can build a life that is rich, not in material wealth, but in meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. So how do you cultivate this profound appreciation for life? Let's start with the Stoic practice of negative visualization. Regularly imagine losing the things you value most: your health, your job, your loved ones. This might sound morbid, but it's incredibly powerful. By visualizing these losses, you heighten your appreciation for what you have right now. You begin to see your daily life not as a series of obligations and stresses, but as a precious gift. When you practice negative visualization, you're not dwelling on worst-case scenarios to scare yourself. You're preparing yourself for life's inevitable changes and losses. And in the process, you become more resilient, more grateful, and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Another way to practice deep gratitude is to find the opportunity in adversity. When life throws challenges your way, don't just endure them. Embrace them as opportunities for growth. Lost your job? Be grateful for the chance to pursue a new path, to reinvent yourself, to discover what truly matters to you. Facing a difficult challenge? Thank it for making you stronger, for teaching you lessons you could not have learned otherwise. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating the good things in life, it's about finding value in the difficult times as well. It's about recognizing that every challenge, every setback, every loss is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. Practice appreciating the ordinary. Your beating heart, the air in your lungs, the ground beneath your feet. These miracles happen every moment, and yet we often take them for granted. Start noticing and appreciating the small, everyday things that make your life possible. This practice of mindfulness and gratitude can transform the way you experience the world, filling you with a sense of wonder and appreciation for the simple yet profound gifts of life. Express gratitude daily, not just in words, but in actions. Show your appreciation through your deeds. Whether it's helping a friend, doing a good job at work, or simply being kind to a stranger. By living a life of gratitude, you not only uplift yourself, but also those around you. Finally, be grateful for your challenges. They are your greatest teachers. Without them, you would not grow, you would not learn, and you would not become the person you are capable of becoming. Here's your challenge. For the next week, end each day by writing down 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. But don't just list the obvious things. Dig deep and find gratitude in unexpected places. Imagine approaching every situation, good or bad, with a sense of appreciation. How would that transform your life? This isn't just a Stoic secret, it's your key to unlocking a more prosperous, more fulfilling existence. Are you ready to weaponize gratitude in your life and see how it changes you? Chapter 11. Serve a greater purpose. We're about to challenge one of the most pervasive myths of our time, the belief that life is all about you. The Stoics knew better. They understood that true fulfillment doesn't come from self-obsession or the pursuit of personal gain, but from serving something greater than yourself. Here's a hard truth. A life lived solely for personal gain is a life half-lived. You are capable of so much more than merely satisfying your own desires. When you align your life with a greater purpose, you unlock a level of fulfillment, meaning, and impact that is far beyond anything you could achieve by focusing solely on yourself. So how do we align our lives with a greater purpose? The first step is to identify your unique talents. What are you naturally good at? What activities or tasks bring you a sense of joy, satisfaction, or accomplishment? These are clues to your purpose. They are indicators of how you can contribute to the world in a way that is uniquely yours. Next, find where your skills meet the world's needs. This is the intersection where your talents and passions align with opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. It could be in your career, in your community, or in your personal relationships. The key is to find a way to use your abilities to serve others, to contribute to something greater than yourself. Start small. You don't need to change the world overnight. Begin by serving your family, your community, or your workplace. Purpose doesn't always have to be glamorous or grand. It can be found in the simple, everyday acts of kindness, generosity, and service. Whether it's helping a colleague, volunteering in your community, or simply being a good friend, these small acts of service can add up to a life of great purpose. Embrace duty. Do what needs to be done, not just what you feel like doing. There will be times when serving a greater purpose requires sacrifice, hard work, and perseverance. But it's in these moments that you truly grow, that you build the character and strength necessary to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Think long-term. Consider how your actions today will impact future generations. How will the work you do, the values you uphold, and the legacy you leave behind affect those who come after you? By thinking long-term, you align your actions with a sense of purpose that goes beyond immediate gratification and short-term gains. Remember, this isn't about sacrificing your happiness. It's about finding a deeper, more lasting fulfillment. It's about living a life that matters, a life that contributes to something greater than yourself. Here's your challenge. For the next week, before making any major decision, ask yourself, how does this serve a purpose beyond myself? Imagine waking up each day knowing that your actions contribute to something bigger than your desires. How would that change your perspective? How would it change the way you live your life? This isn't just a Stoic secret, it's your path to a life of meaning and impact. Are you ready to serve a greater purpose and discover the fulfillment that comes from living for something bigger than yourself? Chapter 12. Embrace memento mori. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think, wrote Marcus Aurelius. These words are not meant to depress you, they are meant to wake you up. Welcome to memento mori, the Stoic practice of remembering your mortality. It's not morbid, it's motivating. The unvarnished truth is that you will die. Maybe today, maybe in 50 years, but death is certain. This knowledge, far from being a source of fear, can be your greatest ally in living fully and authentically. So how do we use death awareness as a tool for living? Start by acknowledging each day that it could be your last. This isn't about living in fear, it's about living with urgency, with intention, and with a deep appreciation for the time you have. Use death as a decision-making tool. When faced with a choice, ask yourself, would I still do this if I knew I'd die tomorrow? This question cuts through trivial concerns and brings your priorities into sharp focus. It reminds you of what truly matters and helps you make decisions that align with your values and your purpose. Regularly visualize your funeral. What would you want people to say about you? How would you want to be remembered? Now live in a way that aligns with that vision. Let your actions today reflect the legacy you want to leave behind. Appreciate the finite nature of everything. Each moment is precious because it will never come again. The time you spend with loved ones, the work you do, the experiences you have, all are fleeting, and that's what makes them valuable. By embracing the impermanence of life, you can fully appreciate its beauty and its fragility. Use death to cut through trivial concerns. Most of what we worry about doesn't matter in the face of mortality. When you keep the reality of death in mind, you gain perspective on what truly matters. You become less attached to material possessions, less concerned with superficial achievements, and more focused on living a life of purpose, integrity, and love. Here's your challenge for the next week. Start each day by asking yourself, if this were my last day, how would I live it? Imagine approaching each day with the urgency and appreciation of knowing it could be your last. How would that transform your life? How would it change the way you interact with others, the way you pursue your goals, and the way you experience the world? This isn't just a Stoic secret, it's your wake-up call to live with purpose and passion. Are you ready to use your mortality as motivation to live truly, to live fully, and to live without regrets? Final thoughts. Your Stoic journey begins now. We've reached the end of our exploration, but this is just the beginning of your journey. The Stoic secrets we've discussed are not mere philosophical ideas. They are practical tools for living a life of purpose, resilience, and true fulfillment. But knowledge without action is useless. So here's what I want you to do right now. Choose one Stoic secret that resonated with you the most. Commit to practicing it for the next 7 days. At the end of each day, reflect on how it's impacting your life. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of small, consistent actions taken day after day. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Your actions will speak louder than any words. And here's a final thought to carry with you. You already have everything you need to face life's challenges. These Stoic secrets aren't giving you anything new. They're revealing the strength, wisdom, and resilience that have been within you all along. So as you leave here today, I challenge you to step into the world with a new perspective. See obstacles as opportunities. Find gratitude in adversity. Live with purpose and courage. The path of a Stoic isn't always easy, but it's always worthwhile. Are you ready to embrace this timeless wisdom and become the best version of yourself? Your Stoic journey starts now. Let's make it count. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom. Stay strong, stay resilient, and keep pushing forward. Until next time.